Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4 Lower Bracket Round 5. Here we have Shrimp playing the Lich for Evori against our survivors here on Sentinel with our Evori versus Sentinel here. And we have Lich up first, which is Evori's pick here. So I'm very excited to see how it goes. It's wonderful to see these two teams back at it again. And we could see here our first chase happening at 9 with Princess on the Atom. Looks like we're gonna be taking it to 11. So I believe that the chase and death spots here will probably be like at the top of the map at the start here, and we're gonna be seeing our survivors working away those generators at 7 at mid. We get a very good tag here on the Paladin, which is going to go play here downstairs. This is a bit scary here for our survivor, but they managed to dodge the skulls. We only have Mage Hand now. Big thing with Lich is that the power cooldowns are very long, but unfortunately, they lose the 50. And that'll be our first chase, a fairly fast first chase here by Shrimp. Very good stuff. We could see here in the background, our survivors are about like 50% done on their gens. We have 2 gens being worked on, with the middle gen being doubled, going to get hit by that big Pain Raz. As for our build, we are running Turn Back the Clock, Erupt, Pain Raz, Corrupt.
I wish to watch them wither.
Ooh, we do spot our Permafrost here on Ace. Crouching around this D and now dodging the skulls. Will we be getting a tag? It is looking likely. And this is a very good spot here, but they do get the pull while this chase was happening. As for our add-ons, we do have the spectator bug where we cannot see our killer's power in the lower left corner. Very good down here. We do have Turn Back the Clock, but we opt not to use it. Our add-ons are the Trickster's Glove and Boots of Speed, if I recall correctly. So both Mage Hand ones. So 3% Mage Hand speed, and 3% haste when you use Mage Hand, and holding up the pallet slightly longer. We do get our second fresh hook of the trial here, getting our second Pain Rest as the gen finishes. We do spot the attempted reset. Mihei here on Lara getting hit. Now we have 300 survivors, one of them in chase. Princess here looking to be the likely tunnel out. We get some uncrouchable skulls coming from basement stairs, and that will be a death hook at 4 generators. Oh my. Shrimp here getting such a strong lead, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a basement hook. This is looking really good here for Evori's killer. Our Sentinel survivors here need to go get some good chases in to regain some momentum, or at least get some gen pressure out right now, because we only, I think, have realistically, right, that mid gen. No, the mid gen was finished. The gen here at 9, and the gen at 10 here being worked on. So we're looking at like gens at like 20% progress. We still have a survivor injured. We're going to get that Mage Hand, 3% haste, and we're going to be getting that down. And with a survivor on death hook at 4 generators, it is really scary. They do get the pull while we're hooking Lara here. We're probably going to see Shrimp here immediately return back to Shack. We're going to go for that tunnel out. We have a survivor here dodging. It looks like it was Vinny that pulled here, dodging the skulls. Princess also avoiding those skulls. Prince here will be entering chase. Will we get the body block? No! A wonderful pallet stun here on the 3 tile. And it's going to be Adam running straight back to the Shack area, looking to play this. Skulls should be down for a couple more seconds, as we did spend it on the way here. Skulls coming back just now. Will they avoid it? No, it's rough. A lot of elevation here in this map for Lich to play around for these uncrouchable skulls. You really have to dodge them by walking between them, and when it's up close, it can be very, very tricky. That will be a tunnel out at 4 generators in. Crazy stuff by Shrimp here. This is what you want to see when you're playing killer. We do get the turn back kick here on the gen at 10. We're going to take chase here at the 11 silo. Will we get a tag? Yes, we do, as we lift the pallet here on Permafrost and get the tag as we go a wrap around. However, we do see our survivors trying to work the gens. They didn't manage to stop their regression, but we do know a survivor is lurking there. We do have uncrouchable skulls. Shrimp with these skulls, man. They don't miss. Holy hell. Not very well played here with Shrimp. Crazy usage of their skulls. We could definitely see why Evori picked this as their killer. Such wonderful plays here. We're going to be sending an orb, looking at the mid generator here at the mid, but we don't get a connection. We are in chase here with Nehe on Lara. Will we get the tag? We get a mage hand preventing the pallet drop. We have the haste to make it around. Yes, we do. And we get that down. Putting another survivor here on Deathhook. We now have two different survivors on Deathhook. They do get the pull here on Permafrost. And Vinny is working away at the generator. If the survivors need to desperately get a generator done here. As it is looking like we are approaching, like, perhaps towards the tail end of this game. We do get Vinny getting a pull here. We will be getting a tag. Will we see a hook trade? No, we don't. Oh, yep, no, we will be seeing a chase onto Vinny. Not quite a trade as they're able to make it and start playing a resource. It looks like we're going to be looking to get a down here on Vinny to get to be getting our final Pain Rest stack, which is very fair for our killer. Oh, what a dodge there by Vinny. Vinny having a really good chase here on this like Ormentile at the 1 o'clock. They just have to last as long as possible right here. I can imagine Permafrost and Nihei here probably working away at the gen in the background. Yes, they are. The gen does pop, putting us at 3 generators remaining, giving our Sentinel killer next round a more playable win condition should the game end here. We have both survivors standing on Deathhook and injured, so this is very scary here, as we're probably going to see our killer be entering a chase very soon here. We do spot Permafrost with that Dispelling Sphere here at the 7 7 like concrete pipes. We dodge the skulls, but that puts us out of position, and we do get M1. I can imagine that we will be just taking a fast hook here. We'll be looking to possibly spend turn back the clock. Yes, we are. And we're going to go take a fast hook here. And they'll probably get a reset should they opt. Or they could... The other survivors may also opt to stick a gen. But this puts us in a 1v2 at 3 generators remaining. I'm honestly thinking this is probably a 4K3. Unless that gen pops right now, and it could maybe be a 4K2, but no, not at 50%. We hit it with turn back the clock, and honestly, I think there's just not enough gen progress on the board to get another generator done. We try to go for some uncrouchable skulls here at the 12, but no one... fortunately for our Sentinel survivors, no one gets hit. But it's all up to Nihei here and Vinny to get the final gen done. We do see a gen blocked in bottom mid, possibly a survivor here. We do see it. The Repressed Alliance pausing that regression. And we will be entering chase here with Vinny in Shack. We see some uncrouchable skulls. Does not connect as Vinny elects to leave, going for that bottom mid tile. But Shrimp here, very good game sense to know that they should probably go check on that other generator that the survivors were doing, and we do spot Nihei working on it. They do get the pallet drop, we get a mage hand, and we will be getting it down. Shrimp's usage of their spells this game has been so good. From Sply to Dispelling Sphere, from Mage Hand, and to these crazy skull hits. We will be entering our final chase here, and it's going to be a 4K3 here for our killer on Evori. This puts the win condition for Sentinel's killer at a 4K4, and a tie condition of 4K3. On Lich, I would say that is looking very difficult. And we will be seeing poor Lara here, I believe, being moried. Oh, no? Okay, we're gonna go for a pick and a hook. And that will conclude our first game of our first sets with a 4K3 for Evori's Lich. Shrimp here playing such a wonderful game of Lich. Crazy power use. Very well played. Going into this next game, Evori survivors are gonna definitely have a very chill time. We're like probably going to be seeing them double a generator off rip, and they will probably, like, you know, like get that first generator out of the way, then they could probably do another 2-1 split for the next generator. Once you get to that 3 generator mark, you're at your Tycon. You just have to pop one more generator for that win. And like, yeah, just it's going to be against Lich, right? Lich isn't the strongest killer. So with a win condition of 4k4 for our Sentinel killer, it's going to be hard for them. It will be possible. It's not out of the table. It's not off the table yet, but it's definitely an uphill battle. So we're going to have to get our lobby sorted and all of that, and we will see how they go. So I'll see you guys in a bit as we get everything set up. And thank you for being here. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4, lower bracket round 5 here with Evori versus Sentinel. We are on our second game of our first set here on Lich and Ormond Lake Mine. We have Sentinel's killer up now, playing against Evori's survivors with a win condition of 4k4 and a tie condition of 4k3. It's going to be a tough match, but anything's possible in our wonderful game of Dead by Daylight. We're going to get a very fast first chase here with a Dispelling Sphere, spotting out Shrimp on Jake here in main. They're going to drop down, play this one area, and looks like it'll be looking like our survivors probably will be looking to smash out some of those gens there in the mid, maybe at 7. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll be seeing a 2-1 split considering our win condition. We get a Mage Hand, we get a hit, and as for our build, it's looking to be exactly the same with Bane Resurrect, Corrupt, turn back the clock, some Skulls of Lil Spancel there, and oh, that gen already being very high progress. And as for our add-ons, it is once again Trickster's Glove and Boots of Speed, so our double Mage Hand add-ons will be getting a down here. Very good play here by Permafrost. We know a survivor is playing in the tile. It's Dwight. They don't have a beamer. And we will be getting a Bane Resurrect, hopefully, but the gen does pop, putting us at our win condition of 4k4. Oh my. Bane Res hits nothing as there's no other gen with prog on the board. We're going to see our survivors here kind of playing around the mid area, looking to pressure that unhook, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if we see someone else. Yeah, we could see there Vas working away at the generator. Gonna see Lara get the unhook. Lita's here. Going to be playing around that endurance. It's going to be expiring in the next, I think, 3 seconds? Yeah, it should be gone now. We're going to have our survivors crouching, avoiding those skulls very, very well. And we're gonna get the down. Yeah, and just like earlier, a death hook at 4 generators. We have turned back the clock, probably gonna look to turn back that gen. Those here still playing around the... Oh! Playing around the slug. We might be seeing a commit here. Nah, we don't, as we do see our survivors picking up the slug. Oh, this is big for our Evori survivors. Managing to get that slug up is huge. Now it's just, if they're able to keep the slug up, get the crouch on the skulls. We have Mage Hand in play. But this is a double ballot. We get the tag on Vas. Vas still playing to support our tunnel out? No, it looks like they're leaving. But in the background, I wonder what Jojo has been up to. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been working a gen this whole time. Oh, what? Crazy stuff there by Shrimp. We have skulls now, but will we see a skull connection? No! This is crazy. The fact that they got the pick on the survivor and there's no, like, and it's not a death hook at 4 generators. I believe this will be seeing a gen. Yeah, it's there. We can see Jojo working away that mid-gen. Oh! A bit of rubber... Well, that looked like a bit of lag. Like, I feel like Shrimp kind of teleported into the window vault. But fair enough. They do make that window vault. They are in our tie condition now. Like I said, a 4k4 win condition on Lich can be rough. Get the drop, get the pick, no redrop. However, Jojo is now here to harass our killer, preventing them from picking safely under that pallet. We're going to be having to get a tag on them. However, all of these altruistic plays are putting our survivors in a position where there are multiple injured survivors on the board. We have Vass here as well, and we get the down on Vass. Crazy skulls. Oh! No mage hand quite yet. Will we get the down on Jojo? We do! It's all up to Litos here, still standing. Will we see a tie? Do they finish their generator? And just like that, they finish the generator, bringing us a win here for Evori. That was such a surprisingly close tie. Oh my god. I think if Permafrost didn't take the time out to kick and erupt that generator at 10, they would have stopped Elitazar from finishing their gen. Oh my, it's the little things. It's the little things. Oh my, wonderful uncrouchable skulls. And that will be a 4 slug here for our killer. Getting a 4k2 here for Sentinel. Holy moly. We might potentially maybe see, like, I don't know, someone wiggle off, but it's unlikely. So the game is likely over. We're just going to finish hooking up all of our survivors here, concluding our game. I swear, honestly, crazy stuff here. That was so close to a tie. Literal seconds. And sometimes seconds is all you need. So very well played here for our Evori survivors, getting that gen done. That was really risky, playing that altruistically for the tunnel out. It worked out in this situation for them, thankfully. And that will give them that first set here, bringing us to a 1-0 lead. Now we just have to find Vass. They could have probably like crawled main. Did we hear them? Are they still there? In the like between 10 and 11? Oh yes, they are. Yep. Vass on the Dwight will be getting hooked here. I swear, like that was such a close 4k3. Holy hell! What a first set here for our teams. Very well played by Permafrost. They're almost bringing it to that tie. But that will conclude our first set. We will be moving on to our wonderful second set, which is Sentinel's pick here of Nurse in Ironworks of Misery 2. Very excited to see this. It's a pretty difficult map for Nurse. On average, we've been seeing stages on this killer this season. We do have the occasional 4K. I believe one of the few 4Ks this season does go to Sentinel. So they are very comfortable on this pick. I've seen them play Nurse before. They're pretty dang good at it. Very excited to see them play once again. And we'll get that lobby sorted for you guys as we get Sentinel's killer on the Nurse. Please stick around and we'll be back momentarily. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League lower bracket round 4 here with Evori versus Sentinel. We have Sentinel's pick here of Vinny on Nurse with our Evori survivors of Jojo, Vass, Shrimp, and Litos once again. We are running Badman's Last Breath and Anxious Grass, so we'll be seeing that undetectable. What an M1 onto Shrimp at the edge map here, and we will be seeing Mangled on Blink Hit, and with a build of Ruin Wretched, Corrupt, and Eruption. Pretty solid build here from Vinny. Just need to get a tag here. Not quite, just short. That's big. Shrimp buying their team even more gen prog here, as every second counts in the Nurse set. It can be a very volatile set where you just miss a couple of blinks and a lot of your pressure goes away on this killer, as the killer's macro on these large maps is not the best, as their mobility over large distances is a bit limited. It looks like Shrimp here will just be playing that edge map. We'll be going down and we'll be getting our pick here. Oh my. What a start to this match. First look happens, we can see a generator in the background is about 60 to 75%. Another generator is I think at 50. So our survivors here do have quite a bit of gen pressure on the board for this first chase. We're probably going to see a generator pop very soon. And we have our wonderful spectator bug of not being able to see the obsession. So it's a bit of I'm not sure who's gonna get hit by Wretched, but someone on the survivor team will be getting hit by Wretched right now with that 33% gen speed malice. They managed to get that reset onto Shrimp here. We can see Jake has a med kit, and they are the person who pulled, so you could maybe guess that it could be Deli. What a dead hard by Shrimp! Oh my god! And that will get them all the way to Shaq here, as Ruin is cleansed from our trial here. At 4 generators remaining, Vas looking to be finishing a gen very soon. That dead hard was insane. Bought them several more pairs of blinks of time. Very crazy plays here. Oh, slightly short. Shrimp just sending it, playing as much distance as they can against Nurse, breaking line of sight when they can. We have Litos here coming in to potentially support our tunnel out. A firecracker happens. A locker entry happens. Will we get an M1? Yes, we do. And Shrimp will be going down here. Potentially a second hook. Will we see a connection onto Litos? We do. And Litos here on Nancy, taking a hit, getting mangled, giving our Nurse undetectable. They'll be running it towards mid. We are down to 3 generators with Oppa. That's a crazy beamer blind and a follow-up blind. Oh my. And that will buy enough time for Jojo to finish their gen before a survivor is put on death hook, putting us at 2 generators remaining. Oh, unfortunate. A Shrimp was not quite far enough over that pallet to get that stun. That would have been a 6 stun on Nurse if you get that stun out as they blink. Vas once again being a bit of a menace with that beamer, but unfortunately this time it does not connect. We'll be seeing a fast pull here possibly. Oh, no, never mind. No, the scratch marks were going away from the hook. I'm mistaken. It is a bit of a rough position here for Vinny. Our survivors managing to get this many gens done, but I mean, like I said, this set here on this map is usually on average stages, as it's a very large map and it's very difficult for Nurse to like pressure the gens effectively while having these chases. It looks like Vinny here is opting to lurk around, trying to spot a potential unhook here onto Shrimp. If our survivors do manage to get the unhook, it will be massive for them. Another option would be just to like do gens in the background, leave Shrimp on the hook here, get the gens done. Oh, Jojo coming in for that last second unhook. We'll be getting the slug, and we will be getting our fresh hook here. It's probably Deli. Vas working away and on a gen in the background, going to put us at 1 generator remaining very soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if another gen pops with Litos likely doing another gen. I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably what they're doing. Wretched Fate goes away here, and we can see Litos has been our obsession. So if they were doing a gen, it would have been pretty slow. Wretched Fate was cleared, so that could have been them as well, looking for that totem. But we will be entering our final we will be entering Shrimp's final chase here likely, unless we get another crazy save from our survivors. But the thing to note is they do have that dead hard, and Jojo did deli off that hook here in main. 1 generator remaining, and Shrimp has to make this last. The dead hard goes through. Vinny does not swing, but that does buy them another set of blinks that Vinny has to commit to them. And they do go down here. We'll be getting the pick, and that will be our first sacrifice at 1 generator remaining, as Shrimp will be sacrificed to the entity. The gen spread isn't terrible, but it is also like you're looking at the gen at like 5, or is that 4? 4/5 and around like 7. So it is a bit far away. It is at 4. And we could hear there are survivors working away at it. We do have Eruption now that Ruin has been cleansed, so we're going to be applying that to our gen here. But we can see Vass has big gen prog elsewhere in the map, and they will be finishing that gen too. We do see some scratch marks. We're going to be seeing, hopefully, Litos here. No, it is Jojo. If we're able to get Litos, right, or Vass, and then get like about 7 stage 3 fresh is a solid result here for this set. As the average has been 5/6. Usually you're seeing like 5 stage 2, 5 stage 3, sometimes 6 stage 2, 6 stage 3. So getting 7 stage and 3 fresh is big here. We do spot Litos. This could be massive for Vinny. We do get the blink hit. However, that they do get big distance here into the middle of the map. Our survivors are going to try to be working the gates. Vaz working the other exit gate. I believe it's going to be an exit gate at maybe 1. Yes, it is. Oh, and Jojo here. Will we get this? We get the For the People. It looks like we're just going to have to take the kill on Jojo, giving us a 6-2 result. Yes, and we will be probably forcing our survivors out. A thing to remember is that Jojo has Deli, and usually Deli players have Unbreakable. Are they in position to get that Beamer? Not quite. Our 2 survivors running back into the trial. It looks like they're going to try to go for this unhook here. It's going to be a fast pull maybe? A fast double unhook? A blind happens. The pull goes through. We hit Litos with an M1. This means we could potentially get a blink down. Will we see it? Yes! Oh no! They could have taken that 6-2 result. And it's now looking like it's going to be a 6-3 result minimum here as we... No, don't walk through the pallet. That was scary. That was frightening. That was absolutely frightening. And it looks like it will be a 6-3 result here for our kill. A 7? Sorry, wait. It is going to be an 8 stage 3 fresh. With that, they conceded an additional 2 hooks and a fresh hook. Sorry, additional 3 hooks. Oh no, two hooks and a fresh hook from that save. Oh my, that is a very, very good result for the state of the game there. What an amazing endgame play there by Vinny. That last blink was so clutch, getting that down on Litos. This puts the win condition for our survivor here on 8 stage 4 fresh or 9 stages, and a tie condition of sorry, not survivor, our killer, and a tie condition of 8 stage 3 fresh. On Nurse and Ironworks of Misery too. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I wouldn't say it's easy. So it's like it's a 50-50. I would say that it is definitely in the realm of possibility. It won't be the easiest, but it won't be the hardest. It's going to be up to our Sentinel survivors here to lock in and play the set out very, very well to secure this win for them. And like I said, it's a very volatile set. If you could get Nurse to whiff a couple of blinks, it could be pretty cooked. So we're going to get that next lobby sorted, and we're very excited to see Evori's Nurse in action. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Lower Bracket, round 5 here, and our season 4 match of Evori versus Sentinel. We are on our second game of our second set here on the Nurse, which was Sentinel's pick, and we are on Litos here playing Nurse for Evori against Sentinel survivors with a win condition of 8 stage 4 fresh and a tie condition of 8 stage 3 fresh. Alternatively, a 9 stages is also a win condition for our killer here, and we have a very similar build with the difference being instead of Wretched, we have Call of Brine and the same add-ons with Fragile Wheeze and Badman's Last Breath. We do spot Vinny here in the bottom 6 area of the map. They managed to avoid that first pair of blinks, but they are now trying to play like around this filler pallet. They do get the hit, they drop the pallet, but Nurse was still in fatigue, so the stun doesn't come through. Will we be seeing a down? Yes, we do, as another pair of blinks are thrown out for a down here at edge map 6. This is a crazy fast first down, but I mean, expected in a Nurse set when, yeah, chases on this killer are extremely quick sometimes. And we do have our survivors, I believe, working away at our generators. We are looking at about 33% gen progress across the board here. And we will be interrupting our gen at 9 as we do see Prince running away here on Adam, going towards... Oh! Yep. Definitely, that was an interaction, yeah? Prince running in, thinking that they'll oversend the blink. They short send the blink, barely miss the lunge, and then get the pallet stun. Well played. That does buy a bit of time here for our survivors to be working away at our gens. We do see Lara working the gen here at top mid. So this, like, they're doing a very good job 3-splitting these gens, right? We're constantly forcing Litos to have the forces off the gens. Ruin is in play, but Litos here trying to secure the second stage on Vinny. At this point, it's looking like Vinny might be going second. This is a bit risky. Letting a survivor go second in the Nurse set can... Letting a survivor go second in the Nurse set is very risky, as it could just mean you have a tunnel out immediately. But we do have 3 generators left, and Vinny does go to that second hook. 2 gens pop in the background as we do chase our wonderful Adam here. We do spot, I believe, Nia here on Lara at edge 11. Oh no, disaster! We get the tag, putting Mangled on them and Undetectable on Litos. And we do get the down. Pull happens in the background. The heal starts going through. We'll get the pick. This will be our second fresh hook of the trial with 3 hooks on the board. A thing to note is that the win condition could have been 6 stage 3 fresh or 7 stage and a Daikon of 6 stage 2, but they did go for that end game save, and it kind of backfired, making the result of our Sentinel killer, Vinny, making Vinny's result 8 stage 3 fresh instead of 6 stage 2 fresh, which is a big here for our Sentinel survivors, giving them a lot more breathing room. Vinny enters chase here, and we will be sending it towards edge 4. Will we get the tag? What a blink by Litos! Oh my god! Very big prediction blink there. Looking straight through the wall, full sending it. Will we get the down? Not quite, as we run into main here. Generator pops in the background. 2 stages remaining. Oh my, what a blink, what a blink. Unfortunately, Vinny does go down here. And we will be seeing our first sacrifice of 2 generators left, as our poor Nia will be leaving the trial here, taken by the entity. We could see Permafrost on Ace working away at our generator here, about 75% at 9, I believe. Litos is heading straight there. We'll probably interrupt it before it finishes. Yes, Ruin is still in play in the 1v3, however. And as the amount of survivors decrease, the efficacy of Ruin will drastically increase, making it more and more difficult for our survivors to finish a generator. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ruin will be cleansed soon. You usually see teams try to cleanse Ruin when entering a 1v3. If they are able. We do spot Nia here, sprint bursting away. Will we get a tag? Despite the sprint burst, we do get a tag. A bit of a spin here by Litos as they swing, managing to barely connect that hit. Crazy stuff. Will we get a very aggressive prediction blink here? Oh no. Litos unfortunately running in. But looking like we will be dropping as a gen does pop in the background. Oh, and we catch Adam here doing that 11 gen. We'll get a tag, putting Mangled on our survivor. 2 injured survivors and 1 healthy against Nurse. Can be a bit scary. We can snowball quite hard here if we're not careful. We do get the down. Will we get the pick? Yes, we are. And this will be putting us on 5 stage 3 fresh, meaning we only require 3 more hook stages to get our tie condition. And we only require if we hook permafrost, that gives us our 4th fresh hook, meaning that could give us a potential 8 stage 4 fresh win con. However, being 4 stages away from a guaranteed win con and 1 fresh hook and 3 stages away from the alternative win con is a bit scary here with 1 generator remaining. It's still anyone's game, right? One's really good chase here from Nihei or Finch or Princess will secure the match for Sentinel if Litos overcommits. The gen spread is very far away and it's not the most defendable. They're just going to have to commit a chase, especially if you find permafrost. I think you just full send that chase. If you hook down and hook permafrost, right, they will be forced. Speaking of downing and hooking permafrost, they will be forced to like have to save them. But remember, permafrost did pull our survivor at the start, Vinny, so it is a potential deli, as we've not seen deli happen yet. Will we get a down? We do, and this will be securing our 4th fresh hook of the trial. This puts us at 6 stage 4 fresh, meaning we are 2 stages away from our win condition. Nihei here still playing injured, looking to try and finish this gen here probably at 4. We do see their blood. We will be getting them here at the edge map. I believe they do have sprint burst, but oh, we'll get the down, putting us at 7 stage 4 fresh. Now here's the thing, we are in a bit of a pickle as we cannot afford to concede another hook, and if Litos decides I'm gonna sit in front of Nihei's hook until they die, that will secure the win for our killer. This is a very close match, very, very close match. 1 generator remaining. Ruin is putting in massive work here. We have not seen Call of Brine Eruption come into play yet as Ruin has not been cleansed. We spot Princess, we enter chase, and they're running back up into main. They cannot concede this hook. Like, they can't let someone go down, but at the same, oh, that's a tree. They can't let the person on hook die as well. But this will be our win here for Evori, bringing us at 8 stage 4 fresh on Nurse. Getting us that 2-0 win. Very honestly, very, very close games. The Lich set was so close to a tie, literal seconds away from being of 2 4K3s. Instead, it's a 4K3 and a 4K2. And here we have an currently 8 stage 4 fresh against an 8 stage 3 fresh on Nurse. This potentially can snowball into a 4K1 if we find Nihei and down them. We do find Nihei, but they are sprint bursting. They have sprint bursted away here. They're going to go to 12th. This means that Evori will be continuing through our lower bracket, and unfortunately Sentinel will be eliminated from this season. But Sentinel has gone so far. They have played so well through their throughout this season, and I do hope to see them play again in the future. They have been a very lovely team to cast, watch, and work with. We do get the pull here, and we are now entering the 1v2 against Nurse with Ruin in play. Honestly, at this point, with Ruin still being up and the last gen not being popped, I think we will be seeing a 4K1. Oh! What a plot twist, and it's gonna be a DS, I'm calling it. Pop! Plot twist DS by our lovely ace. Firecracker goes out. hitting that vault. I believe that was a light as well. But they do go down. What a flick by Litos. And it's all up to our wonderful, wonderful Adam here to try and get either last gen done or get this recovered for their team. But the last gen is not quite progressed enough due to Ruin putting in work this match. Well, no, this game, sorry. Not quite a hit on that fast vault. We will be entering our final chase here, however, and we will be seeing a 4K1 here on Nurse. I believe this is our second 4K on Nurse. The previous Nurse 4K, I believe, was a 4K2 by Sentinel. Ooh, what a swing there. Litos like blinking at the rock, making Princess think that they're going to like go through, so they catch them on the double back using the rock to blink in place. What a dead hard! Will they get the pick on Permafrost safely? They not quite. We do get that pick, but they do go immediately down, and it's pretty much, yeah, it's a 4K one. At this point, I don't think they'll be able to recover this. It's very close to be able to get the pick there. They do get the... Oh, balance. Oh, not quite a balance stun. Oh my. Okay, so Prince here is kind of juicing on the Adam. We just have to play Shaq now. Litos here has all the time in the world to play. I mean, I guess they have to make sure that if Permafrost does bleed out, they have to make sure that Princess doesn't get that hatch if they are playing for that best result. But it's very unlikely against Nurse to last in half of a bleed out bar of a survivor, a whole 2 minutes. But this final chase by them is insane, and that will and with that will be a 4K1 here for our killer on Evori. Very well played, very, very well played. We're gonna go and hook Adam here. We're going to be looking towards hooking Ace probably, or getting a Nurse Mori. Ace with a little wiggle here. And we're gonna be hooking Ace to conclude our game and our match with a 2-0 here for Evori. But it was a very, very close match, I feel. Even with the 2-0, both sets came pretty close here. Especially that Lich set. But Evori will be continuing to the lower bracket, and they will be playing up. They will be up against Existence next in the lower bracket, round 6. But yeah, that will be concluding our match for today. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys had fun. It's always lovely seeing nurse sets. I really enjoy watching nurse sets. But thank you all for being here. I'm Mal, one of the owners here in Blood Rush League. If you want to keep up to date with our match schedules and all that, please check out our Discord for notifications when we do go live. Please give our Twitch a follow. And if you're looking for matches that have happened either offline or in previous streams, our YouTube channel has all of our matches uploaded. So if you're looking for your favorite team, it will be over there and you can catch all of their games. But thank you all for being here. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Take care, and bye.